Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Yes, human beings, my mothers of the human race, we are going to continue while I'm summarizing my 11 centuries, of which each and every one of you, as mothers, have come also to realize that indeed there was a very, very great deal of manifest error. Manifest error is when men infested everything they came across with the destruction of their own children, destruction of their own dignities, destruction of their own integrity, in which a curriculum which on which the 11th centuries we looked at was that curriculum is a failed curriculum, in which we've come across, we've moved from the curriculum into madrasas. Madrasas, where we find men who say they are imams, they are ustaz, they are whatever. Even in what you call churches and preachers and professors and all these whatever were men, and a very, very great dirty deal, greater whatever liability. A very dirty liability that shades the blood of every whatever that they came across. With that, today, as what I'm saying is that mothers, I want you to look at these details through the archives of your 11th centuries. In your own family, from your own family experiences, what have you gone through? We look at a country like Sudan. Sudan is 199% a Muslim nation. Somalia too. This is a nation which say whatever, but the atrocities against mothers in either Somalia or Sudan, as well as in any other part of the world, these atrocities are very, very kind of deadly. In the language of angels, that angels, I tell you, angels never lie. The angel never lie. These atrocities that you see, in each atrocity you come across on this planet, there's what we call an interpretation of the extinction of the human race. Every atrocity, let it be whether it came on the international news desk or it is hidden somewhere or whatever is secret, that atrocity, in it there is what we call the extinction, or what we call extinction of the human race. When there will be time, if you mean, or what you call mothers, because the mothers, I'm talking to you, I'm no longer talking to men. It's men who came and attacked me in front of every angel. And they do attack every one of you mothers and your own children in the praises of what men cannot see. Yes, they do. Because sometimes I told you, when you people say, we are in the Security Council Assembly at the UN. Yes, you are there. I'm more there, more in the UN Assembly, more than you are in that whatever. Because if you cannot enter a UN Assembly, if you are on a ventilator, breathing ventilator, would you? You have to breathe air, yeah? So that way, I'm trying to remind mothers that the celestial obligation, a whole celestial obligation to you as mothers, do not allow, or I would ask my Saudi Arabian government or Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to only the institution of education for higher education in terms of whatever should be kind of left only to mothers. These men who stand at pulpit and say, well, they sing. If you were in a whatever you went to on a Friday, Juma day, you could listen to the kutuba. The men who come and say, they should share. They talk about the beard, they talk about the short whatever trousers and this and that, which does not make sense. If you're not talking about that, they are talking in madrasa, they are either killing our little children by telling them that the interest of jihad. Me, ever since I started preach or interpreting these ayahs of the Holy Quran, because they're scared. The ayahs that means everything that you men have been to. The crimes you've committed against your mothers. The crimes that you've committed against Mother Nature, the crimes you've committed against your own daughters. I'm talking about these so-called ustaz, imams in madrasas. The crimes you've committed while you say you were at war in countries like Sudan, countries like Somalia. How many atrocities of suicide bombing has occurred in the streets of Mogadishu? Or before that, how many whatever have occurred in those, even in Egypt, Syria? Even for me, I do not exclude, even in Ukraine, in the streets of America, in the supermarket where someone goes, mama, we dresses our children, and they go to do shopping in a shopping mall. Or walking on the streets of America, in the young of America, someone comes out of Norway. Because the curriculum in the madrasa is the curriculum that tells men that you should manufacture weapons, isn't it? With me, my message to the entire mother world, the mother world that carries a womb, carries the creation in her womb for 9 months, is that you've got to change this whatever and open a new page for your own safety as well as the safety of your own children, the offspring of the future children, whereby you show them that this macho man business, in it, Allah said, did put a profile evidence, not very far off, of that man called Hitler. Hitler who took down very beautiful mothers and children of the race of my children, or my sisters and brothers of the Jewish community, who were exterminated because they were Jews. And they were smarted, except because Hitler says he was a macho man, he was a Christian, isn't it? But I tell you, you are all Muslims. The same here in Africa. Africa, to now, is one of the deadliest places that you can walk on this planet, in terms of human trafficking, dirty theologies, and all sorts of dirty whatever, where if someone manufactures a disease, if they want to get guinea pigs or laboratories where they test these diseases, it will be thrown here in Africa. And who does the whatever they call the managing of those whatever? There are people in either do what you call pastors, or the little boys who call themselves either imam or a madrasa teacher or things like that. Huh? So with that, mothers are going to direct the Saudi Arabian kingdom to kind of a very largest percentage of the institutions of education in Saudi Arabia, which teach and explain Sharia law, should only be awarded to mothers, at least for the next 20 years or more, or 50, 100 years. That every girl child who is qualified, beautiful enough to look at the beauty of the integrity and the beauty of life, should be awarded to go to Saudi Arabia and look. When you land in Saudi Arabia as someone as a mother who has come to learn or to study what you call Islam, to get a qualification, you should go and make what you call you look at the Kaaba. It's as if you've come for what you call a Hajj. But this is for you to allow you to be able to view, to present your love for life, your love for the most holy, beautiful religion. You go at the Kaaba and you prostrate and you touch the Kaaba. That's why I said there should be at least maybe 2 days of the week whereby only mothers are allowed to perform tawaf and their children. If in one of those days, it should be one of these, their children with their mothers, and on the other day is mothers who are in Saudi Arabia to qualify as teachers to show their children the beauty of the most holy, beautiful religion, so that there should never be bloodshed. There should never be raping of your own children in madrasas. What you call madrasas by those whatever. The raping of your own children in you call churches, because we say this weekend we are going to go. What brought down that one of the boys there was someone who was brought down because they used to say to Sunday whatever we go over the weekend to do our Sunday prayers, and they take the children and the children are molested. So that way, if every one of you mothers, either in England or you America, South America, Argentina, or you name it, any country on this planet, any country has a right to present their representative to Mecca. When you reach there and you land that country and you look at the Kaaba is a holy house of Allah. If you touch it with that hand, you may never be able to rise again. But if you touch it with beauty and love, the same way you touch your religion, your beauty for your children, you as mother, you hold your children when they are soiled and when they are urinated, you cleanse them. The Kaaba is there to cleanse you, to remind you of your celestial obligation as mothers, that do not let those so-called men manufacture weapons or molest your own children or molest anybody. It's not allowed. It's forbidden. It's forbidden. So that way, I do ask every mother on this planet that, and I will confirm it, that mothers, every girl, child, every woman on this planet, your religion, your true religion is Islam. Islam is a very, very, very holy, beautiful religion, which allows what we call a womb inside your body to hold a creation in it, either baby girl or baby boy. Either sometimes twins. Sometimes twins. So that way, that tells that you are honored by Allah. Because it's only Allah who creates. Even though you have that womb inside you, It can do nothing if Allah did not allow him, he did not come and create something inside the body. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Mothers, this message is to you, to remind you that be glad when I ask you to take any office, any opportunity to understand the beauty, either in your faces when you look in the mirror. What you see is Islam. When you look in the water, sometimes when it rains, there's water, clean water. When you look in there, you see to show you very beautiful, whatever. Yes, that's Islam. If you think otherwise, think again. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.